Hey, what's happening, everyone? Hurst Quayzar here, and you are in Quayzar's Customs, and we're doing movie cars. Well, today is going to be a TV truck. How's that? So the TV truck we are working on today is from the TV series The Fall Guy. Now, in our last episode that we did here, right, we did Farrah Fawcett's Mustang, right, her Mustang Cobra 2. And in that video, I did say that she was married to Lee Majors, and Lee Majors, of course, was the star of Fall Guy, and which led me to some side conversations, trying to figure out the truck and all. And Ryan Peterson actually is the owner of this particular livery that I'm going to use on this bad boy today. So hats off to Ryan for that. And I guess. From the very beginning, Ryan was the one who said, hey, why don't you do Fall Guy, because here's the livery for it. So Ryan Peterson also suggested this truck. So again, Ryan Peterson, the man of the hour right now, because he suggested and owned the livery for this particular truck. So if you see him around over on the Facebook channel and or out in Discord somewhere, hey, give him a couple thumbs up, tell him I sent you, and tell him to keep doing them liveries, because he's pretty damn good at it. Alright, so how is everyone doing? I'm doing fine, and like I said, this is a series truck today. From the perspective of this series was, I don't know, mid 80s. I want to say early 80s to late 80s. It was in the 80s. It was a TV series, and he was a stunt guy. The Fall Guy. That's why they called stunt guys. It's called the Fall Guy, right? Well, he was a stunt man, a Hollywood stunt man, and he would do all kinds of stunts and stuff, of course. And as a side job, he'd be a bounty hunter. And check this out. His name, Colt Seaver. Now, how freaking cool is a name like that? I thought it was actually pretty cool myself. Maybe I'm just being corny, but Colt Seaver, just kind of a cool name. I don't know. Ah, my goodness. All right, let's take a break here real quick from the movie chatter and see what we got going on. Other things in the news. Hey, this weekend, or this past weekend, nope, this weekend, when this airs, this will be a Saturday, this will be the day I go see Fast 9. So I am really psyched about that, and can't wait to tell you guys about it, and probably not give you too many spoilers. All right, I was thinking I needed something, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I had this strange, just a strange thought in my head. Okay, so these wheels came with it. Now this truck is the Gavril D series truck. Now this is a truck out of Beam Drive, I believe. It looks very similar to the GMC that's used in Fall Guy. So that is the best I can do for this type of for this truck. So okay, these are 17-inch rims, and what I'm looking for are the rims, to be honest. I kind of got sidetracked talking to you guys, so I apologize. So what was on this truck is basically like I want to say the wagon wheel. Well, that's what I call is the wagon wheel. It's what I call is the wagon wheel type rim series. So I'll show you what I mean here in a minute as soon as I find them. Almost like this, but not quite. But I might use that one because it has like a nice deep dish to it, right? I do like that one. It has a nice deep dish to it. And maybe we don't have them. I swear we did in this. It's a basic rim. And as soon as I see it, I'll know whether or not I want to use it or not. What? Now, come on. Now, I know we've got the rim in here. Let me just start from the top. And rim DLC is all here. This is a basic rim that came with the game, so it should be in here somewhere. Maybe I'm thinking it. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, is those particular rims. I thought we had more of the... You know, maybe I am oh no, right here, right here. This is what I'm thinking of, is this one right here. So that that is really close to what is used on there. But I like the deep dish look of those. So I think I'm actually going to go with the deep dish retro on these. So we're going to get four. We're going to pick up four of these. We're going to set them for 17-inch, and that is exactly what we're going to pick up. Now, for the wheels, what were the wheels on here? 295/85. 295/85. Do I really want to go 295 with it? We're going to go off-road. Yeah, we want to do the off-road type. .295 is the width, and I actually think we could go wider with it. So let's go with a 315 on it, and we'll go with a it was an 80 profile. We'll go with a 80. It was an 85 profile, but we'll go with an 80 profile because we went a little wider. And yeah, we went a little wider. I think this will work out. So I just wanted to give it a little more spice. You know what I mean? Gotta give it a little more spice. Now these are gonna go full on chrome. So let's chrome them up. You know, no percentage points lost here because we're going full chrome. Okay, so back to the series, Colt Seavers. How cool of a name is that, right? So he's a stunt man, doubles as a bounty hunter, and that's what it is basically, you know, whenever he's low on cash, he picks up a bounty, goes after chasing after these guys. Well, you know, while he's chasing these guys, of course, let's see if that's off-road tire B on here. Sorry. No, doesn't tell me. Let's take one apart here. Yeah, it's a B. Alright. So we're going to attach these up. Woohoo! Some big, boofy, balloony looking wheels there. And, I mean, it does kind of like look balloony. You know what? Wait a minute. Let's take this apart. I want to go with a slightly... let's go with 4 of them. Yes, I want to go with a 17-inch. Yes, I do want to go 315, just a touch wider, just because. But I'm going to go with a 75 profile. I think that's. I want a 75 profile. It's a little too beefy for me, but let's see, 80, 80, 80, 75. It'll look a little bit different, not much, but hey. We're going to stick it with that. How's that? Big beefy wheels on this bad boy. And if you watch any videos of this truck does do a pretty good bounce show. I have seen there's a video out there that just goes through all the jumps that this truck does, and it's quite interesting. Let's see here. Now I know, I mean, I read somewhere there was a, you know, typically this truck is, it is a GMC truck. They bought them all from GMC. I did read that somewhere. But there was a stunt that they had done. They actually used the same truck twice in the same stunt, and it was because it just withstood the jump so well. You know, it did well. So. You know, kudos to GMC for that. Of course, it doesn't have anything to do with the pumped up steering and suspension on this silly thing. So, of course, it had nothing to do with that. But yeah. All right, let's stop fiddling around here. Let's get the busy here. Right, our drums and a brake shoe. Only one brake shoe. That's kind of cool. Definitely need a leaf spring, plate, and only one bolt. Isn't that amazing? Rear axle housing B. Rear shock absorber B. Dose of those, and small rubber bushings, and we are in like flint. Alright. Oh, we needed, I'm sorry, we needed, let's go with the fuel tank. We always replace the fuel tank with the rear suspension. I don't know, I just started doing it, and it's just, that's my thing with it. I don't know. And of course, Fall Guys truck needs to have some boost. So we are going to go full on boost, and every performance part I possibly can put in here, I'm going to. How's that? Okay, let's go ahead and put this fuel tank in. Come on, let's get up here. Okay, first things first, let's dump out all the crap I don't need. Let's sell the parts off. That works. Alright. So yeah, so the one stunt that I don't remember what it was for, but they used the same truck twice. They didn't have to make any adjustments to it whatsoever. It was, you know, ready to go for round 2, you know, for another take. And I think it did break on the second take, but I mean, it was, you know, 2 takes, and hey, it was still working. So that's pretty cool. And if you look at some of the video of the Fall Guy truck jumps, man, the truck lands perfectly. And there's a reason for that. And I'll let you know here in a minute. But I know back in the 80s, late 70s, well, I'll say early 70s, how about the 70s? You know, growing up and checking out all these TV shows, my big thing on it was, yeah, there we go. My big thing was the stunts, the car stunts, the wrecks. You know, I did watch Daytona 500 just to watch for the wrecks. I mean, that would be my thing, right? Even the TV shows like Charlie's Angels and Starsky and Hutch, and I would have watched them for the car accidents. And I think there was even a Emergency 51 was a show, and I believe there was like a multi-car accident on this highway in California. Oh, I think it was probably Chips, to be honest with you. But you know, and they had to reenact it. And I think there was you know, Hollywood back then, there was no computer graphics. I mean, you took a vehicle, you bought a vehicle, and you went out and you crashed it, right? And you hoped like hell that, you know, you could get it in one take. Otherwise, you're putting a car out there to get mangled and destroyed. I mean, Dukes of Hazzard? Come on, that car. How many jumps is that Dukes of Hazzard car? I had read a story in a Reader's Digest one time that this guy was traveling down this road, right? And his son, they were passing this flatbed full of crashed cars, and in the flatbed of crashed cars were a couple of General Lees. Now his son liked the General Lee Chargers, right? And his son started sobbing because he'd seen these General Lees. Can you imagine seeing your favorite car you see on TV show being that little and going, oh my gosh, it's, you know, it's being taken off to the junkyard to be destroyed. Yeah, he was pretty devastated. Oh man. But as far as this truck is concerned, this truck seems to go through a lot of abuse, you know, and they've, you know, used several of them, I'm sure. Why can't, oh, that's why. But believe it or not, this particular stunt, this was actually a stunt truck in the movie, or in the TV series, and it was a stunt truck. It was a mid-engine GMC. Yeah, mid-engine GMC. So, engine was actually in the cab of the truck. Why, you may ask? I don't need an exhaust pipe, we'll get rid of that. Why, you may ask? Well, it all has to stem around gravity. I mean, trucks are already heavy, right? And the engine in the front of this thing, every time you make a jump, what do you think it'd do? It'd do a nosedive, right? So they mid-engined this thing and then beefed up the suspension for all the stunts. Pretty crazy. Mid-engine truck, be able to you know, take these jumps and hit them square and land them almost square. And if you watch some of the videos, they land them pretty dang square. So, which is pretty impressive, to be honest with you. I keep doing this. There we go. Get rid of some of this stuff, and then we'll rebuild this from there we go. I'm slowing down for some reason. What the heck? Come on. Gotta go check the air compressor in my ratchet, that's for sure. Or my tank. Something is amiss. Alright. Back to the repair table. Let's you know, a lot of this isn't too bad, so I've been able to keep a lot of this stuff. It looks like hell, honestly, but it's actually hasn't been too bad of a truck. So let's go ahead and take all that stuff off. Does the cab come off? No. Did I tell you this truck was done by Sandwiches and Milk? The modder is Sandwiches and Milk, so believe it or not. And I don't think he is around anymore. Or he or she, I hate to say that, because I don't know if it's a he or a she. I don't know if the modder is a he or a she, I should say. And let's rephrase that altogether. So they didn't do many of them. And sad too, because these are actually pretty cool. These are actually pretty cool mods that were done. What am I doing here? I want to clear out my parts list. Yes. I want to jump into my inventory. Yes. Yes. And pick up all the pieces I need. So suspension piece. Oh, we had a. Okay. Well, we have a few items here. Not as many as I thought we would, but hey. Two of those. I need a steering rack, a couple bearings, and a couple of caps. Okay, well, I think we are pretty golden. Alright, let's go ahead and finish up these wheels because I'm going to need you guys here in a minute. Might as well balance you up. These are some big, beefy wheels, man. We could bounce those things. And if I'm saying bouncing, you should, I mean, I encourage you to look up Fall Guy truck jumps. And just watch some of these trucks. There's some of these stunts that this guy did with this truck. It's just amazing. You know, they're not over the top jumps, but they're pretty decent jumps, and I think for the most part they did a pretty good job with this. Let me grab these while I'm thinking about it, because I'm talking to you guys. I will totally forget about it. Bombs front suspension knuckle B. Yes. Let's see. Inner, outer, rubber bushing. I think it's 12, but B-link, steering rack. Yikes. Bearings and cap. There we go. Now this thing has looks like an LS engine in it, so that's cool. It's a quick and easy engine to build, and it probably needs it for this type of truck. So that's cool. Let's see here. Let's dump off all the parts I don't need. Already been shopping. Got to build the shocks for the front end, so let's do that real quick. Hey, who left the tools out? I'm gonna put the tools away. Didn't people put tools away? Come on. Yes, sir. All right. Oh, here we go. The F100 I have over here that's supposed to replace the Last Action Hero F100, the red Last Action Hero F100. I haven't done anything with. Just have not had the time. honestly. So hopefully one of these days I'll get it finished and get it rolled out of here, because that's kind of holding up some space in here. And once I get it out of here, that'll be. I'm going to sell the other one. What I end up doing is, if I find one that has a lower miles on it, I trade up, right? And the only thing I have right now that's over my 200 or over my 150,000 mile criteria that I usually do. Oh man, I forgot the sway bar. All right, let me jump out of here and let's go get the sway bar. I don't know if it was the sway bar or sway bar B, but I'll just grab both just in case. There we go. Yeah, see, that sway bar threw me all off. I don't remember what I was talking about now. Anyway, oh well. Maybe it'll come to me. Maybe it'll come to me. Yeah, so we need to realign this. Maybe one of these days I'll grab the editor and fix this up a little bit better. But Sandwiches and Milk did a pretty good job on this, considering it does look like a GMC truck, doesn't it? So I'm happy with it, and once you see the livery, I think you will be happy with it too. Now, Ryan did say there was some slight problems with it, but I think for the most part he did an awesome job on it. I think we can overlook those issues. I think we'll see how it looks here in a minute after we get everything all put together. Okay, wow, that zoomed me right in there, didn't it? Just about banged my head on the suspension. That's all I need. Go unconscious in the garage. There's nobody around in here. So the only thing it needs to be is that, like, the steering rack needs to go behind, but the steering rack behind may cause some interference with the oil pan of the engine. I'm not entirely sure. Not sure, but that's okay. We will carry on, because this is the mod that if you were to download it right now, this is probably what you will get. At least I believe so anyway. I don't think there's been any updates to this mod, so hopefully with some of these mods, I'm hoping for the most part that some of these might make it over into 2021. Now I know that the modders that own their own mods will probably work to port those into 2021, but I mean, there are some mods that just aren't owned by the modders, like these by Sandwiches and Milk. So I don't know what the protocol is there, so maybe one of the modders can let me know. Can you guys take this and download it and use it and mod it into 2021? Is it possible? Are you allowed? I guess is the biggest thing is, are you allowed? Okay, let's dump all that junk out. We are going to hood. Is that hood repairable? Gives me one less thing to hey, look at that. Yeah, that's one less thing to buy. I'm happy about that. Okay. Open up. There we go. The rest of this needs to be let's tear out the seats. And oops, keep walking into things. Send you over to one. Send you over to one. And send you over to one. Clean up the interior. Clean up the framework on it. There we go. Looking better. Looking much better. And yank the engine. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Let's dump the battery out. Ooh, wait a minute, we got a cover here. Can we get, oh, wait a minute, we got clips. Holy crap, we've got... This is the first, I think one of the first junkyard finds that I found that has all the 4 clips on it. Alright, clean that all up. Let's, it only fixes the bottom half, so I need to buy the top half. Go figure. Air filter, top half of that. There we go. Go get the engine air filter for that. I didn't see any brake action in here. Is there any brake action? Is it missing? I'm not seeing it. That would be something I would like to add in the config file, definitely. I'd have to remember that if I did that. So you're done. Needed the radiator. Oh wait a minute, the radiator was... I think the radiator got repaired, so we're good with that. Alright, radiator. Does it have a dual fan action? No, it has no fans on it. Ooh. That should be changed. This truck would be running really hot. There, we get all the preliminary stuff here fixed up on. Oh, I need a couple more clips, so let's go pick up a couple of clips. I thought they were going to be good. I was wrong. Let me get 2 of those. There we go. Mount those up. And then we will dump what I have in my inventory. Yeah, let's go ahead and get let's get the interior taken care of, shall we? While I'm thinking about it. We're gonna go, those are racing seats, so we're gonna do a couple of racing seats. I don't know if it has 2 or 1 in it, but we're gonna keep that. I like the wood steering wheel in it. It's a lighter wood steering wheel. Which one? Is it that one? That's the CUDA. It was this one right here. Sebring steering wheel. I'll keep it. I think it's kind of cool looking. Alright, it only has 1 seat? Oh man. Alright, well. That's alright. I think this is probably the Fall Guy config anyway. I don't think that's the right wheel. That's not the right wheel. What the heck am I thinking? I thought it was that one. I guess it's this one, the Typhoon. It's probably the Typhoon. Let's just change this up. That looks silly. Typhoon. Yeah, that looks much better on there. Oh heck yeah. Alright, we've cleaned up everything underneath and yeah, clean back body. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in here. Let's dump out all the garbage. I bought a seat I didn't need. Wait a minute, is this... What engine goes in here? It's the supercharged. Alright, so that is what we are going to build. It's the supercharged V8. It would be that one right there. Yes, sir. Okay, so we're going to jump in here. Jump into the motor stats here. Engine. Alright, we're going to scroll through here. And much like I do on all the other videos, it is a game of whether or not I am able to get all the pieces in one shot. That's always a game that I may win or I may lose. It's always a crapshoot, to be quite honest with you. For those cam gears, I can get in a speed shop, so I know that for a fact. Don't need this. A couple of coil covers. Crank. 3 bearings, crankshaft pulley. Need the block of all things. How about that? The heads I can get from the speed shop. I want to say these are A and B's. I'm hoping. I always confuse them. Exhaust manifold from the speed shop. Rollers. I think it's like 2A and like 5B, I believe. Coils I get from the speed shop. Intake manifold. We'll get down in here in a minute. Oil filter. Oil pan. Piston rings. Need 8 of those. Don't need a fan. Don't need rockers. Don't need rocker arms. Rod caps. Need 8 of those. For the belt, I need the where is the V8A, V8B. We'll go ahead and grab a starter while we're in here. Supercharger, intake, belt there. Timing belt, 2 of those. I don't see. There we go. I don't need shoes. Don't need any of that. I do need a cover. Wow. No rods. I need a water pump. Water pump pulley. Alright, now we're going to the power boost shop and we will get the alternator. Camshaft times 4. I don't think there's a camshaft V8, right? Oh, there is. I goofed. I should have had those. V8 engine heads times 2. Exhaust manifolds times 2. Fuel filter, of course, engine coil times 8. 2 fuel rails. Unfortunately, I don't get the intake manifold for this as an option. Like, man, wouldn't that be something sweet? And I need a throttle here. Gearbox. Almost forgot the gearbox. Flywheel, and we'll head back over here to these parts. This gearbox. We're going to go pick up the spring. I don't have a drive shaft in my inventory, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up as well. For the exhaust, I know there's a catalytic. No, wait a minute. Let's go here for the exhaust. I know the catalytic converters. I need 2 of those. I think it was 2 mid pipes. The rest of it, I have to. I want to say there was a couple of. Maybe they are not in here. I don't play with them much, so I don't know. Maybe not. That. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. All right. We shall see what we shall see, I guess. Put this in. So, what do you think? Mid-engine GMC for all the stunts. Is that kind of crazy or what? I did not know that until I read it. When Ryan was talking about doing it, I read up on it then and found out it was a mid-engine GMC. But it makes total sense, right? You want the truck to go as flat and as straight as possible during a jump. You don't want it to do a nosedive by no means. So yeah, I mean it makes total sense. Let's kind of got right up on it. I didn't want to do that. No. To the side's fine. But like I said, Colt Seavers. Isn't that a cool name? Colt. Colt Seavers. I guess if you were in, grade school, they wouldn't be too kind to you. Hey, you're named after a baby horse. A baby male horse. Yeah, kids can be cruel. I can see that being an issue. Even though I think, hey, Colt's a cool name. I can see that being an issue in school. So, my bad. Alright, with this full engine build in here, it should get over 1,000 horsepower. I have yet to see from some of these builds anything over 1,500 horsepower with one of these types of engines. So, of course, it really depends on the editor. If you can get in the editor and resize the engine itself, you resizing it alone helps the horsepower. Believe it or not, if you resize the engine, make it a little bit bigger, you'll increase the horsepower. Believe it or not. So, editing tip for today. So, hey, build those engines. Get in the editor, make them as big as possible without it looking stupid silly in the car. And if you're interested in editing some of these cars, check out some of my videos. And I do have a couple of editing videos that you may be interested in to help you get through the process of editing one. So it'll help you out. Right now we're just trying to get through the Fall Guys GMC jump truck. Call it a jump truck anyway. Alright, this is actually coming together a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. I spent not too much time on the parts. I mean, some of the parts have been decent enough to be repairable, so I didn't spend too much money on it. Of course, I did spend a little extra money on the wheels and tires because I didn't size them the way I want. But, oh yeah, and I spent some money on some camshafts that aren't going to be used. But other than that, I mean, come on. If I were to sell off all my cars, I'm sure I could top it out and break this thing. I think as far as monetary limitations on this, I think it's 999 million. Yeah, I think that is the top off. I think after that you lose it. So just beware of that. So if you're pushing 999,999, and it just takes $1 for you to hit the 1 billion mark, yeah, you may want to reconsider. Because I don't believe it plays well with anything above that. So, didn't need one of the belts. I couldn't remember which belt I needed, but that's okay. We got it all going on anyway. Get everything. We got the lower end done. We're now going to top off the. Hey, look at that. A's and B's are for the supercharged engine. Now tell me, I didn't get the coil covers, did I? Did I get the coil covers? Ignition coils. Yes, I did. How about that? Holy cow. I can't believe I remember that. I think this is going to be one of the very few times I've actually built the engine without having to go back into the tablet to pick up some new parts. So good for me. Good for you. Awesome. Now this should actually be the four-wheel drive version of the motor, but I don't think we have a four-wheel drive version of this particular motor. It's only of the typical V8, so kind of a bummer, I believe. I'd have to look to see for sure, but what am I doing here? Let's put some oil in it because I'm always forgetting that. Close the hood up. Let's raise you up. There we go. And while I'm thinking about it, let's dump off all these parts. I need those, need that, don't need that. Where was I going? Oh, body shop. Hook up the body shop here. Go ahead and grab a gearbox while I'm in here. And then grab the rest of the body parts for the truck. I think it's called Gavril. Let's see if we pull up. There we go. A couple of front bumpers. Let's try a couple of front bumpers. It's a front end. Definitely need a door. Definitely need glass. My fenders are good. Front window. I don't know. Headlights. My bumper looks good. And I think I need a tailgate, so that's a good thing. So let's put you on window, mirror, front end. Yeah, it definitely looks like a. Okay, so front bumper. I guess the front bumper is the one I need on there. I think the Fall Guy has like a set of KC highlighters or something on the front of it. That would be cool. That would actually be cool for this. Yeah, it doesn't give me the option for the rest of this stuff, so that's cool. Let's take that glass out. Put some new glass in. There we go. Underneath here. Let's see. Catalytic converter. Gearbox. Starter. What are these downpipes? Are these downpipe Bs? Okay. Okay, then what do we need? Mid muffler I've got, mid muffler I got. And what is this? Rear muffler V8. Rear muffler V8. And then we got this muffler D. Okay, that's a little interesting configuration underneath here, but okay. Rear muffler V8 I can definitely get from the booth shop. So the rear muffler B and downpipe Bs I gotta get from here, and the exhaust pipe D, which is actually like the which was on the Typhoons, I believe. There we go. Yep. So 2 of those. Was that all I needed? I think that's just about it outside of now come on. Front exhaust B. That's what I picked up, right? Front exhaust pipe. Oh, front exhaust pipe. B8. I think that's what I need, and I picked up the other ones. They all look the same half the time. Okay, get that in there. Get that in there. This is like a strange configuration, but okay. I'll go with it. Alright, I think we are without the license plates. Let's go ahead and grab, we're going to grab a California plate. Fall Guy. Maybe I needed 2 of them, so let's buy another one just in case. And does this one have a front? Does it? Yeah, it has one on the front. I kind of figured as much. Okay, so you should be 100% across the. Oh, wait a minute. Global body 95%. What am I missing? Front window. Oh. Okay. See, now we have 2 front windows here. Oh, I guess that's okay. Good. All right. We are now 100% across the board. Ooh, if I sold her right now, what should we go for? 85. Really? That's not all that great. All right, paint shop. Send you over here, and then we are going to close that down. Okay, so the livery. We got some stripes. This is the livery that actually Ryan Peterson also made. This is for Skank's truck in the Wraith. There we go, Fall Guy. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that sweet? I freaking love it. So what I want to do is paint the truck. Probably not so much of the tan. Yeah, that probably will work. That'll be pretty close. There we go. That works pretty good, right? Heck yeah. Alright, so I think this goes in. Oh, no, it doesn't go in from the underneath, so that's pretty good. The only small piece is like right here underneath. It doesn't work out well. But for the most part, it looks really awesome. Alright, let's dyno this bad boy. Seeing how I did forget to dyno the Mustang. Jeez, I forgot all about that. I forgot to dyno Farrah Fawcett's Mustang. Alright, Colt. Let's see what this bad boy will do. Alright, we have a cool 1105 horsepower with an even 1,000 pounds of torque. That's kind of cool. An even 1,000 pounds. I don't think I've seen that before. Well, there you go, the Fall Guy. I hope you enjoyed this episode, man. Appreciate you stopping by and seeing what we have to build today. And hey, certainly appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving me. I'm loving it. Getting very close to the 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you are not a subscriber, consider subscribing, checking out some of the other videos I have in the whole. I think I've got over 400, maybe close to 450 videos on this channel. So check them out. Have fun with them. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, tell me what you're thinking. I'd love to hear from you. But for right now, I am Hurst Quayzar, bidding you all adieu. Love you guys. I am out.